Hi, everyone. Welcome to IE Homes Weekly Facebook Live. And this week, we're going to talk a little bit about market update and talk about what we saw at the end of the year for the December market update, and then also talk about 2018. So my name is JJ Johannes. I'm one of the co-owners here at IE Homes, and I have Dana Hanson here with me, and she's been a realtor with us now for 4 years. And so Dana, why don't you introduce yourself and talk a little bit about your business and how things have been going for you?
Thanks, JJ. I'm so happy to be here this morning. So Dana Hanson here. I've been with IE Homes, as JJ said, for about 4 years. I've really enjoyed my time here and found real estate to be a great venture for myself. In 2018, the year was fantastic because it was a seller's market. There were all kinds of buyers out there. Hard sometimes to find homes for those buyers because the inventory was so low. Created a few challenges, but challenges that we were able to overcome and led me to sell about 14 million at about 55 transactions. So looking back, 2016, I had roughly 61 transactions and sold about 14 million. And then in 2017, I had 47 transactions and 11 million. So as you can see, 2018 was a good year for me.
Yeah, so you started in 2015, started doing real estate part-time, so to speak, and then went full-time in 2016. And in the course of those 4 years, I think we were looking at the numbers the other day, you're over 40 million that you've sold in those years. So done really well in the real estate career to start. So so we'll look right now at the, I'm going to add to the screen here, the market update. And so on the market update, looking at the counties to kind of give you guys some geographical perspective. So again, this is a number of listings, pendings, and then comparing them month over month. So, you know, as you see this information, I'll share it in the Facebook feed here so you can look at them a little bit more later. What we saw is in almost every category other than price that we see the month over month drops pretty significantly. And that's a seasonal trend that we're going to see, that there's going to be this big slowdown as we get into, you know, the winter time. The year over year numbers did also take a step back almost in every category other than price. Our price has increased in Linn County for the average sales price. And so those numbers are consistent that we see with Johnson County as well. Where the month over month numbers, listings, pending, sold are all dropping a decent amount, and that's the seasonal part of it. And then the year over year numbers are also pulling back a little bit. That we feel like is dictated a little bit by the interest rates have gone up a little bit, and now they've pulled back down. But this data is reflecting on people making that decision when those interest rates had ticked up a little bit higher. And then Black Hawk County, a little different in Black Hawk County, where we saw the month over month numbers drop, but some of the year over year numbers actually increased over the previous year. So like the new listings and the pendings had increased. And with all this, it always leads people to thinking, what should I be doing? Should I be looking to list my house now? Should I be looking to buy now? But what we've seen, Dana, is that the interest rates have actually pulled back a little bit as far as going down. We were at a little bit of a high, 6-8 months ago, and now we're actually down to a little bit lower level, which has spurred activity. And so one of the things I looked at in here as well, and I don't know if you're seeing this on the agent side with your listings and buyers, is actually the number of showings November to December stayed consistent. It actually went up a little bit. So there's buyers out there looking. So the listings you have, and you're seeing that activity, and your buyers still out there looking, correct?
Yes, I'm really seeing the activity pick up. I can tell you the phone started ringing on December 26th, and it's continued to ring. So I'm seeing activity from buyers, and I'm seeing activity from people feeling the need to go ahead and list now so that they're on the market first before we hit busy season.
Correct. And, along those lines, the amount of calls that we see coming in, especially once we got after the first of the year, because our data numbers, we're looking at December of 2018 data, because we haven't completed January yet. But I did look a little bit this morning, and the January trend for numbers, just on the listing side, is we're almost surpassed already in 22 days what we'd listed all of last year. So I think we got to the first part of the year, it's a new year. We had some nice weather. The interest rates are a little bit lower again now, and that kind of seemed to kick the market into gear a little bit right now. Today we're dealing with a little bit of bad weather, but based off of being in the business now for a few years and what you saw in 2018, what's your thoughts and feelings about 2019?
So what I think is going to happen in 2019 is I think that we're going to see the market kind of mimic last year. Might not be as strong as what we saw last year, but I think that it's going to maintain and stay the same. Had you asked me that a couple of months ago, I might have had a different opinion on that. But where we are today, knowing that the Feds are going to take another little bump in the interest rates, I don't think that that's going to affect the lenders like maybe I thought that it was going to last year. I think that we're gonna the interest rates are gonna hang in there. We're gonna see them go up a little bit, and then we're gonna see them go down. And I truly believe that we're gonna have another great year.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the year plays out. But yeah, all the prognosticators and the forecasters feel like it's going to be a little bit softer market, is what they say, and those are national. And so we got a phone call. So the prognosticators, they're looking at the national level lots of times. And so if you think about, you have the national level and then the local level. And so, locally, Cedar Rapids market, Iowa City market, Waterloo market, those markets aren't as volatile as other national markets. Like if you look at Las Vegas and Phoenix and these other places. So, we have more of a steady market. And so, I think that we're going to stay more consistent, like you said, and it's going to be a fairly similar market to last year. Now, one of the things that we saw last year, I don't know if you want to speak about this, is that houses in certain price points were really hard to find. That first-time home buyer, that 120, 100 to 200, 175 price range was really hard to find a home to buy, correct? Do you think that's going to continue again this year?
I think it might be even more difficult this year. I really do. I think that price point's going to be even more difficult. We're not going to have that much inventory in that area.
Yep. So that will make it, again, a challenge for buyers out there. So first-time home buyers, especially. So if anybody wants to reach out and get in contact with you, what would be the best way for them to reach out to you if they have any questions?
Well, you just need to call me at 319-560-2925, or my email is dana@iahomes.com.
Well, I want to thank everybody for joining us again today, and thank you, Dana, for coming in today. We want to keep giving, you guys information and updates about the market and real estate and suggestions and tips and stuff like that. So as always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment or reach out to us as well, and hope you guys have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.